all the members of the revolution. We're talking about Wendy, Lisa, Brown Mark, Dr. Fink, Bobby Z. They're all here. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, members of the revolution, right here live in the loft. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming in. This is a big. I'm a fanboy. I'm a fanboy. Just saying. All right. So look, let's talk about.
He can't come to the show.
But I can't come to the show.
700 children.
Musical genius. But I've always understood and always read he was tough when it came to putting that music together and working with bands, and he wanted perfection. So let's talk about the relationship that the group had with Prince. And Mark's laughing because he's like, oh yeah, I know all about that.
Mark, you talk about that for a minute.
I mean, he was tough. I mean, he taught us a work ethic that I don't think I would have gotten. We wouldn't have received that in the best universities. We went to the University of Purple Perfection.
Purple perfection. That's good.
But it taught us how to be a tight group. We hadn't seen each other, you know, in almost 20-something years, and we got back together, I think, 2003, and we sound like we had just departed. You know, we sound like we sound like exactly like we did yesterday. You know, so that lesson sticks with us.
Right. Now, when this whole music scene from Minneapolis came out back in the late 70s, going into the 80s, I mean, we're coming off of disco, and then this whole sound comes out, nothing that we've ever heard before. I mean, how did this come to be? How did that sound happen?
Prince, he did something very clever back in the late 70s, and he was able to straddle the punk scene and the funk scene in a way a black artist hadn't done up to that point. So by the time 1999 hit, there were some crossover hits with Little Red Corvette in 1999 that sort of opened the way to this sort of like culmination of his influences.
Right.
And then when this band was formed, we all came with separate identities and musical influences that he would actually pull from. He could cull his own kind of dream sound from that, and that's how this whole sound came up for Purple Rain, just because of our individual, what we came to and what we gave him for that creation.
Now, Purple Rain, not just the album, but the movie. Again, this is something that we hadn't seen before. That movie was big. All of you were in the movie. What was that experience like?
Lots of fun.
It looked like it was fun.
We had a great time.
It was very cold?
Yeah.
Why so?
In Minneapolis.
Oh, well, of course. Of course.
A lot of it was in the winter. But it was also just a total dream experience, something that you, like, being musicians, I don't think we really would dream about acting, and I can't wait to sit in the trailer and wait for my scene.
How did that come to be, though? Because here we are, we're talking about a music band coming together. Whose idea was Purple Rain? I know about the album, but the movie was his idea, and to get all you in the movie.
Yeah.
That was his vision.
He had that vision early, and he was so forward thinking. He came to us and said, yeah, we're going to make a movie. And it was like, what? He had these visionary moments where he could fulfill with hits. He wrote the songs that's what makes Purple Rain is his brilliant songwriting. Right.
Now, when you have success, we also have some breakups because it came to an end at some point.
It did indeed.
It came to an end. Was there a lot of animosity about that, or was it just, that's just the way it goes?
You know, for some of us, you know, there was an ambivalence to it, but when it came right down to distilling the reasons why he wanted to let the band go, it made perfect sense. You know, he was spending all this time with 5 million projects at once. He started giving all of us a little bit more, just finish it, I'm too busy, I got this, I got that. I think by the time we were done with the Parade tour, and after we had released Around the World in a Day, and there's other records in the vault that are still there, I think it was his way of saying, this comet's just got to go.
I'm surprised he shared, you know, as much as he did with us. He started out as a solo artist, uniquely solo. Nobody was more incredible than Prince on all the instruments, making those early albums by himself. You know, 10 years of the glorious, you know, the relationship with a band, and then he probably just needed to return to. We drove him a little crazy.
y'all drove him to Let's Go Crazy.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
Go Crazy. Yeah. All right. So look, Doctor. I asked when all you walk in, wear the outfits. You have on the outfit. How in the world did the whole doctor thing come to be?
Well, the band needed health care.
Is that what it is?
Basically, we needed someone to look after us.
That's right.
Right.
And so I fulfilled that role for
Right.
many years. I still continue to take the pulse of the band.
Right, got you.
But no, actually, back in the day, we were on tour, and I just needed to change up, and I had a different outfit, and the headline act was wearing something similar to what I had on. So Prince came to me and
Now,
said,
is that true? That was somebody in Rick James'
It was Rick
band?
James.
See, Rick James' band. Somebody in there. So you said, I'm
so
gonna.
Prince requested that I change into a different outfit, and we were just talking about it, and he says, what was your other choices? And I said, the guy in a doctor suit, and he goes, that's it.
So they went to a hospital and got one.
No, they went to the uniform shop. They actually went to the place and they
Got you some scrubs.
Yeah,
Got
and it
some
was in
scrubs.
Chicago, actually, when
cool.
that happened.
Awesome.
On tour.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Brown Mark, your real name is Mark Brown.
Yes.
How did that come to be? Real quick, 10 seconds.
One day at rehearsal, he's a practical joker and he likes to crack jokes. And one day he just said, I'm the only brown one in the group. Brown.
Great. So look, they're going to be at the Fillmore. We're going to put the information back up on the screen so you can see